Hello and welcome to Food Neighbourhoods on Monocle Radio. I'm Monica Lillis, and once again we visit the places locals love for their food and drink. Today we're in Vilnius as Monocle's Lily Austin walks us through the Lithuanian capital's flourishing food scene, where its culinary traditions continue to thrive. Take a listen.
Earlier in the year, you may have heard us report that Lithuania has been ranked number 1 in the World Happiness Index for under-30s, and number 19 overall. Not bad for a country that only gained sovereignty from the Soviet Union 34 years ago. But it isn't hard to see why the locals are smiling. Lithuania's cities have enjoyed a significant amount of development in the last 10 years, as well-educated 30-somethings who left the country after university for opportunities abroad are returning in droves, contributing to an economic, cultural, and culinary boom. The nation's capital, Vilnius, is the biggest beneficiary of this trend, with eateries cropping up across the city with world-standard cuisine from all 4 corners of the globe. This year also marked a culinary milestone for Lithuania, as for the first time 4 of its restaurants received Michelin stars, all of which reside in Vilnius. Clearly, the city's food scene is on the up. But it is the traditional fare that justifies a journey to this Baltic gem. Lithuanian food is at once decadent and homely, both nourishing and indulgent. So let me walk you through the best spots in Vilnius to enjoy the country's many delicacies. At the heart of the action is the Old Town, a beautifully preserved medieval site known for its impressive mix of architecture spanning Baroque, Gothic, and neoclassical. But before you get lost in its winding streets, first head to Backstage, a popular brunch spot offering all the hits of the genre, such as avocado on toast and eggs Benedict. So feel free to ease yourself in with something familiar, but my recommendation would be the curd pancakes. Plump little tan discs about the size of English scones, sprinkled with icing sugar and served with dollops of ricotta and strawberry jam. Curd is big here, as is ricotta. Get used to slavering the latter on everything. To make a little space before lunch, why not take a walk through the city towards the river and visit the local jail? Stay with me here. Having run for 182 years through the changing hands of many occupying powers, Lukash Prison finally closed in 2019. It has since been imaginatively reinvented as part museum, part creative and entertainment space. You can take a guided tour of the prison and see inside the cells, which are now let as art studios, while downstairs the courtyard hosts outdoor concerts and film screenings, alongside a bar serving beer, cocktails and an efficient snack menu. This brings me back to the real reason I'd recommend this place. It's salty borschi. Salty borschi, or pink soup, is, well, a pink soup, made of grated beetroot, cucumber and kefir. It is the cornerstone of the nation's diet, and you'll find it wherever you go in Vilnius, and Lithuania for that matter. But according to the prison tour guide, theirs is one of the best in the city, and I'm inclined to agree. Much of it is down to preference, but I love this version for its chunkiness, thick with cucumber and spilling over with dill, topped with the obligatory halved-boiled egg and served with the side of potatoes. You'll come to understand that in Lithuanian cooking, it's all about the sides. Pink soup is typically served as a starter, so let us move to lunch's main course. A short walk out of the Old Town takes you to Senoto, a traditional restaurant housed in a cosy tavern, adorned with shutters decorated with hand-painted flowers, and a courtyard sheltered with vines. The waiters greet you in traditional dress, and a menu complete with every delicacy you could think of. This is the place to try ceppeline, or zeppelins in English, named after the airship whose shape they resemble. Fried dumplings made from grated potatoes and stuffed with pork, onion and herbs, served with sour cream, and topped with crispy bits of bacon. If you're feeling adventurous, try the venison version, and they also have options for veggies, filled with spinach and cheese, or curd and tarragon. When you're ready for dessert, head to Suro Džiugas namai. Džiugas is the nation's most beloved cheese, somewhere between a Gouda and a Parmesan, known for its calcium crystals which give a distinctive crunch. You can buy it in many forms at this cheese shop, but you've got to try the Džiugas and cranberry ice cream. Creamy and rich, the savoury, almost umami flavour of the cream is perfectly balanced by the fruit. As the evening draws in, head to the beautiful Bernardino Park, where the beer garden heaves with groups of friends kicking off their night. The space is filled with food trucks with excellent offerings from around the world, so you'd be forgiven for venturing further afield when choosing a snack to complement your beer. But if I were you, I'd opt for another Lithuanian delicacy, fried bread topped with melted cheese and garlic. For the typical experience, pair with a wheat beer, or white beer as it's called here. If you're after something a little more refined, those 4 Michelin star restaurants are waiting for you. Each are, unsurprisingly, excellent, but for one that reinvents the best of Lithuanian culinary traditions, it has to be 1918. The restaurant is located in a 400-year-old mansion that has been artfully renovated with a contemporary feel, reflecting Chef Andreas Kubilis's ambition to bridge the country's culinary past and present. Guests are given a sealed menu at the start of the evening, comprising 10 dishes. Look out for the mushroom dumplings, made according to the recipe of Kubilis's mother. For an after-dinner drink, stop by natural wine and cocktail bar Seduto Tuto. At this point, I'm going a little off brief, as this isn't technically a traditional joint, but one that is a firm favourite with the locals. According to the 1974 Lithuanian movie of the same name, Seduto Tuto is an unbreakable code word between friends. Once uttered, you can't say no. This bar very much has that effect. After so much sensory pleasure, your bed may be calling. But if you're not yet ready to say goodnight, I have one more suggestion for you. A short walk north of Seduto Tuto brings you to Historias, a bar open from 9 p.m. till 8 a.m. every night. Historias means stories, which tells you something about the concept. To really get to know the city, this is the place to end up. You'll find the shift workers, ravers, and everyone in between, sipping a drink and swapping historias late into the night.
Food Neighbourhoods is a Monocle production from the team behind the menu. This episode was written and edited by Lily Austin. For more food and drink stories, tune into the menu on Monocle Radio every Friday at 2000 London time. I'm Monica Lillis, thanks for listening.